Yeah. Boy, if anybody can make a business work right there, it's got to be Dublin Pub.
Oh, for sure. And that's a hot spot. I just don't know why it hasn't worked out.
It's a stone's throw from where I live. I'm going to be a regular. I love it.
Nice. Well, Cubbies baseball this morning, actually, will take the air at 11:30 here on Sports Radio 1450. You can also find us on Twitter at Sports 101 on 1450 and on Facebook at Sports 101, Sports Radio 1450, also on Facebook. So you can pretty much find us anywhere and everywhere, but thanks for tuning in this morning. 529-1450 is our phone number. Big weekend. Major League Baseball is underway, and it's time for the Final Four, and I know we all picked VCU and Butler to be there. So let's kick things off with the Final Four, fellas. What do you guys think about the VCU-Butler matchup and UConn-Kentucky?
I think it sounds, the VCU-Butler matchup, I have absolutely no interest in watching whatsoever. But I'm pretty excited about that UConn-Kentucky game. I do want to say this. We're all really, really surprised about VCU and Butler making it to the Final Four. But I do want to point out, going back a few weeks to, everything I've been saying about the tournament, VCU, at-large team, Butler ties for first in their conference and then wins the conference tournament. Both teams in the Final Four.
Nice.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina not.
Well, and VCU, they were in the play-in game.
Yeah.
I mean, that is crazy. They beat USC to get this thing going. And here they are in the Final Four. And Shaka will not be coaching at VCU next year, I guarantee.
No way. Are we going to do a bet on the UConn Kentucky? I actually thought of something for you.
Did you think of something?
If Kentucky wins, because I have, so everyone knows, I'm running a pool, and literally Stark and myself and one other guy are the only ones left with even one Final Four team in place. And it's coming down. Stark,
you have Kentucky.
Yeah, I have Kentucky going to the championship game. You have UConn.
I have UConn winning it in actually 3 pools, so.
Wow, I'm sitting pretty good. You are sitting pretty good. Remember that? Unless Kentucky wins.
The one pool...
Ain't going to happen.
Well, the one pool, remember, guys, I told you after the first weekend, I was in 511th or whatever, out of 700. I'm in 16th now.
Boy.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's good work, and you're probably set. If UConn goes on and wins, you're probably poised.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So I was thinking.
So what do you got? What do you got for me?
Okay, this might seem weird, but just hear me out because it could be really funny.
All right.
If Kentucky wins,
it better be funny.
If Kentucky wins, you have to do a whole show hosting, but only talking in question format.
Oh, I like that.
So you have to start off.
I like that a lot.
You have to start off like, is this Sports 101? Are you listening to Sports Radio 1450? Is that Eric? Could that be Mark?
Only.
All right. You know what? I'm really thinking Connecticut's going to win, but after that, I almost have to root for Kentucky.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'll take that bet just because it'd be a challenge.
That'd be funny.
I have to rewrite the way I do the show. Yeah, no, I'll take that. What we talked about, too, off the air was that if Kentucky loses, Eric's going to have to run the board.
Yeah.
And he's never run the board.
We'll never be heard then.
That could be an interesting show.
Well, that's kind of like when I run the board. So.
Or everything will be heard. Right. Even the stuff that you're not supposed to hear.
Could be really bad.
Yeah.
But if Eric wins, he gets to host the show.
Boom.
So if Kentucky wins, that is, not if Eric wins.
Yeah. Obviously, I would win. If I were out there, I got a deadly 3-ball.
How about that kid from IC?
That was great.
Jacob Tucker, baby.
That guy has serious ups. That was fantastic to watch that kid.
Yeah, he was like the VCU of the dunk contest.
I saw that. Someone posted that on the Sports Radio 1450 Facebook page, and that's where I watched it. And wow, that was like a 50-inch vertical on that kid.
Yeah, 5'10".
I wish he missed one dunk that I wished he'd have hit. He did a cartwheel, and as he was coming up out of the cartwheel, he was pick the ball up and then jump up. And the only bad thing was he got the back of the rim. It was an amazing dunk.
Yeah, he did some awesome stuff, and then he jumped over his friend. I mean, this kid's only 5'10". Yeah. It's not like he's 6'5", just 5'10".
Yeah, go watch it. What's his name? Jacob Tucker?
Yep.
Yeah, and look him up, everyone. Go watch that. You'll be blown away.
Okay, so Eric and I have a small bet placed on the UConn-Kentucky matchup. Overall, though, who do you think's going to win the VCU-Butler matchup? And, be honest outside who you picked. Who do you think's winning this whole thing?
I like VCU to win that matchup. I mean, they're rolling right now. They're literally rolling over everyone. It should be a pretty good game, just not a lot of star power. But I'm hanging with Kentucky. Everybody's saying no way they're going to be at Ohio State, but I had them over Ohio State, and I felt confident, and they won.
Well, I didn't feel confident about any of my picks, but
I did. Kentucky it was weird filling out my bracket this year. I was like, what is this about Kentucky? I'm drawn to this team. And you know what? It is all this talk, and it doesn't matter because Calipari on one side and Calhoun on the other. In a few years, they're going to tell us this game didn't exist.
Nice. All right, Mark, who do you think's winning this thing?
Well, I tell you, I like Butler, but VCU's amazed me. They got into the tournament, like you said, a lot of guys didn't think they even belonged in there. They come into the tournament ranked 238th in field goal defense and 134th in scoring defense, and you know what's got them all their wins? Their defense mainly.
Yeah.
They've only allowed like an average of 62 points. They've gone from being one of the worst defensive teams in the NCAA to being one of the best in the tournament. I still think Butler's going to win, though. I think because Butler was there last year, I like the way Butler plays. I think that their coach is one of these. There's another guy who's going to move somewhere soon. But I think their coach is going to figure out a way to stop VCU.
They keep talking about him going somewhere, and why, though? He's going to back-to-back Final Fours. Where else is he going to do that?
Yeah,
everything I've heard is that he doesn't want to leave. He loves Butler. He loves the community.
Good for that. Good for him.
He doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's good for him. That's nice to hear for a change. The guy really likes where he wants to stay, and he actually will.
And if they win it all, I mean, wow.
And who's to say they may not buy?
He's a made man. He's a made man. Yeah. He'll be a Butler for life.
I like Butler.
I mean, that's what I would think. But
I like Butler, and then I also like Connecticut to be in the other game to win against Kentucky. So, as final game, I think I think Connecticut will win, but I'd love to see Butler pull it off.
Well, I think Butler is going to win. I wouldn't be shocked at all if VCU did, though. But I picked UConn in 3 pools, so that's what I'm sticking with.
What do you got, Nick?
I'm going to take I'll take Butler in Kentucky.
Yeah,
and you know what? I'll take Butler to win it all.
Wow, nice.
Now we're talking about
it totally happened.
Coaches moving places. You know, we now have UNLV without a coach. Maybe that's where Shaka Zulu's going to go.
Vegas, baby. Shaka Zulu. Vegas. I would not have left Vegas for Oklahoma. Am I alone on that one?
No. I was just there a month ago. There's no way. I could hardly leave Vegas for anything.
I know.
Are there people interested in Bruce Weber? Did I hear something about that?
Oklahoma had talked to him.
That was a rumor.
Yeah.
And then there's also a rumor out there that there's language in Coach Weber's contract where if the Purdue job came available, which is why I was begging Matt Painter to go to Mizzou, that he would jump to Purdue. That's his Kansas for Bill Self.
Yeah.
Right. You got a call?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to him. 529-1450 is our phone number. This is Sports 101 on Sports Radio 1450. Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Hey, I think you guys are kind of crazy if you guys think that coach is going to stay in Butler. They all say that in case it falls backwards, and then, I mean, it's the same case with the players. It's the same case with the coaches. You know, they love that place, and there's no place better, and they're just happy to be there until
someone offers him $3 million a year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and he's stupid if he doesn't do it.
That's a good call, and I agree with you 100%. I actually didn't weigh in when we were just talking about that, but I don't think he stays at Butler forever because you can't cement your legacy as a coach if you're getting all your wins, beating up on the Horizon League. You have to, you have to go higher. You have to go to one of these big name schools if it opens up for you. Otherwise, people are going to say that, well, he was too scared to step into the big boy league, and he got all of his wins down there beating up on lesser talent. So, right now he's a young guy. He's a really young guy, and he's having a lot of success at Butler.
Well, he just beat up on Florida, Wisconsin, and Pitt.
Yeah.
It's not exactly lesser talent.
Yeah, well, that's the tournament. That's the tournament.
But he's proven he could beat the big boys.
Yeah, I agree totally.
The only thing is the job that I think he will go to is not open yet.
Right.
Because right now UNLV's it, and he's not going to go there. But there's a job's going to open up next year sometime, and that's going to be his moving point.
Yeah, and there's not going to be a stepping stone school, and that's what UNLV would be for this guy. It would be another stop on the way to somewhere better. He's going to go right from Butler to the top. If